we are using the root volume, right? So we saw how to unmount, mount, right? In file system, there is a file called etc/fstab, right? You just cat that file, how we are checking the file, the content of the file. So you see there, this line has been added. If you go to, just look at this number 78C192. If you just look at this number, and if you just try to match it with the, you just go to services. Here we have, here in history I have EFS. So if you go to EFS, you just look at this file system, you see this number here, file system ID fs-ea78c192, right? Just look at this and just look here, right? See the same thing, correct? You can see that. Anyone please confirm?
Yes.
Same file system ID, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the file system that we created, right? And then you remember we had that option user data, right? While launching the instance that I had shown you, that you see this information has come. It will make an entry in FSTab. It will install some packages for us, right? So all those things it will do, right? So we created the file system, and then we launched the instance, right? And then it got the option, all these features, everything, whatever was required, the RPM, everything got installed by default, right? So if you would not have done like that, if you would have done manually, then what we had to do, we had to do installation, say like RPM hyphen q qa hype grep nfs. You just look at this. So you have this nfs-utils, this package is there, right? So if you just create a file system, right, that nfs EFS file system, right, and then you have already your existing instance, right? So what you need to do, if you have just launched a fresh instance, so you may not have this nfs-utils. This was installed by running yum-y install nfs-utils, and that I had shown you while we were launching the instance. There it was in the user data text box, right? So I was telling that it is used for bootstrapping, where you want to run the same command on multiple servers, then we can use it. So there we had some command like yum-y install, right? And then nfs-utils, like this, some command was there. So it was executed by default. So for now it is already installed, nothing to do, it is complete, because this was installed, right? So you see here, last material expiration, check this. So if you want to do this NFS configuration, right, for any existing machine, right, you created some file system, and then you have some instance where this file system, EFS file system, is not chosen at the time of launching the instance, right? So at a later point of time, if you come, you should have this particular package installed. And then what you have to do is, you have to go to this file system option, right? You have to select that option, right? Once you select, you can see the details here. You see the details, right, for that EFS file system, and you have option to click on attach. If you click on attach, it will give you commands that you can run on the system. You see, when I click on attach, it says mount-d, nfs4-o, nfs version 4.1, r size, w size, this, all those things, then file system name, and then the path. So if I run this mount command, mount-d, all these commands, so it is same as entering, right, the information in etc fstab, right? So here you see this path is, this is the mount point, nfs4 4.1, r size, w size. So the same command is entered in fstab to make it persistent across the reboot. So even if you reboot the system, this particular file system information is already written in the FSTep file, so that even after the system boots, comes back, no, after a reboot, still you will have your file system available. If you run manually, these options, this command, if you run it manually, right, so this will be there only till this, your system is up and running. Then once your system is down, this file system will be unmounted, and then it will not get mounted automatically when the system is rebooted. But if you make an entry like this in the FS tab, this will be persistent across the reboot. You understood? So you can create an FS file system, EFS file system, right? And then you can choose it while launching the instance or at a later point of time if you want to install, right? If you want to configure that EFS elastic file system, so what you have to do, you have to launch a fresh instance, right? In that instance, you don't have an FS utils package. So what you need to run? This command. Which command you need to run? yum-y install nfs-utils for the Red Hat, right? So I just ran that one somewhere. Let me just show you the history. So just look at the history. You see this command number 43. yum-y install nfs. Once you install this, so you will have all the NFS utilities for client available in your machine. Then you can run the same mount command, or you can make an entry in the FSTep file. That FSTep file will be in the etc. Okay, clear? Any doubt related to that FSTab and EFS? Please tell me.
Yep.
Okay, so at a later time, right, whenever you get a chance, please go through the recordings, right, and try to configure it in another way. Like, no, I am telling you, say like one new instance you are launching, and then you have to do it. You have created a file system, right, and you have not chosen it to during the launch time, and now you want to mount it at a later point of time. You go and see there, so you will not have that NFS util package. Like if you say rpm-qa and pipe grep NFS hyphen utils, if you look for this package, this won't be there. Now it gives me the output because it is installed, right? So you will not have this. Then you have to run this command yum-y install nfs-utils. Once you install, then you go to the NFS, this EFS file system, right? Under that file system, if you just go inside here, you will have option to attach. Just take a look here. Mount-t, this command you need to run, right? If you run this, your file system will get mounted in EFS directory. So here, be careful. This directory you can change. So this is second, there is a space in between, right? So just be careful here. This mount command will be taking some switch, some options, right? And then this is the source and this is the destination. So this will be mounted on this one. So there is a space here in between. So in place of EFS, for our case, what has been chosen? For our case, this is the place. This is MNT EFS. FS1 is our file system. So that is the local file system where this has been created. So in place of this EFS, we have this entire directory structure. Fine. So if you have no doubts with respect to EFS creation, mounting, unmounting, right? So we'll move to launching the website, right? So we have another agenda item. So that is host your website inside EC2, right? So we'll host our website inside EC2. So you will be comfortable in installation also with this practical, right? So what we are going to do here, we will be doing rpm-qa, right? Pipe grep http. Simply you say http. It says libng http something is installed, but httpd daemon is not there because this grep command will match, right, the the lowest possible no string. So HTTP it is matching. If even if HTTP is not there, that means HTTPD will also be not be there, right? So what we have to do here, yum install HTTPD. So this HTTPD is Apache web server, right? Which can be installed on Linux, and we can run the service, and it can host our website. So all of you please run this command, yum space install space HTTPD. Okay, because that is not there, so the service also will not be there for that. So that we will see. How to check this service in Linux? There is for RHEL 8, it is system CTL, right? Status HTTPD dot service. So package itself not there, then how service will be there? So the unit HTTPD dot service could not be found. So service also not there. So what is the first thing we will be doing? Yum install HTTPD. Can you do, all of you? See, it will be installed by taking all the dependencies. So I have not specified -y. So for that reason, it is asking me, is this okay? So I just wanted to see what other packages are getting installed along with HTTPD. So I have not given -y. Now I can give that -y option, right? And I can say enter. And you see things are getting installed. Everything got installed. And now if I say RPM command, right, -qa HTTP. So you see a lot of other options have come. So HTTPD file system, HTTPD tools, right? This is the actual package that I was looking for. So this is the actual HTTPD package, right? So along with various other modules and dependencies. You all got this?
Yes.
Please confirm, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, perfect. So now that we are having this HTTPD installed, right, we will check the service. How will check? Systemctl status HTTPD.service. Earlier it was telling this is not there. You see the output? Just relate what it was telling. Yum install HTTPD last metadata system status. See here what it was telling initially. Systemctl status HTTPD.service I did. Package was not installed. It says unit HTTPD.service could not be found. Same command I ran now. It says HTTP.service, the Apache HTTP service. Loaded, right? Disabled, dead, inactive, right? So it's not running. Okay. What we can do? We can say systemctl, whatever command we have been running, same command, instead of status, what we will say? Start. In place of status, we'll simply say start. So that service will start. Now again we will check with status command, and you say, you see here, now it is saying something else. Initially it was saying it's dead and inactive, right? Now it is saying it's active and running. Right or wrong? See the status, started listening on port 80, right? The service is running and listening on port number 80. For all of you, the same case. Please check.
For me, it says command not found. System CT1 status
Not
HTTPD.
one, not one, CTL, L.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So what you do, just to be sure, what you do, you just write system CT and press tab. Don't type L. Simply at T only, before T only you press tab.
Okay.
Is it completing?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is called command line completion, right?
It
So,
what is
shows
that?
inactive, dead.
okay, so it's status you checked, it is inactive and dead.
Yes.
Now what you do in place of status, just come back, up arrow you do, this command line you will get again, then come to status and then here you just make it start. In place of status, change it to start.
Okay.
Then press enter. You don't have to come to the end or something, there only you can press enter.
Yes.
Okay, so just press enter and this time it will start and then you just say status and then you can see the status that it is running, active and running.
Yeah, Harish, it says when I run that command, it says inactive, dead or something.
Now start that. In place of this status, just make it start. START, start. Yeah, remaining things remain same. Systemctl start http://service and then you check status again. So this command, systemctl command, can be used to start, stop, right, the service and check the status of
Okay,
the
start,
service. Yeah, systemctl space start
space.
space then http://service.
Yeah, okay.
Enter.
Does not give anything.
Now it will not give anything. So if it doesn't give anything, that means it is good. So if
Okay.
you are giving some direction to the kernel, if it is not giving any response, that means everything is good. So
Okay.
what you do now, you run this command, systemctl status http://service.
Okay.
Now it will say active and running. And then you can see the status running, listening
Yes.
on port number 80.
It says running. Okay. Listening on port 80. Yes. Okay.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now what we have to do is we have to go to the document root. So you remember in bucket we were keeping some index.html.
Yes. Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So in place of that bucket, how we were keeping. So here there is a place called where www.html. You can use tab to complete this. Say like st you did, tab you do, it will finish. So just do cd where www.html and then do pwd. We'll see that you are in the directory called where www.html, right? And when you say ls-fnl, don't see anything else. Nothing is there. No file is kept. Okay. Now you have the content index.html that you had created yesterday, right? All of you are having that. Please look for that content. You have
Yes.
that somewhere.
Yes.
You have this. I'll just open in a notepad. Just all of you know, open in a notepad that yesterday's file. So you have HTML head, title, early, rise, this, that. So now you just copy that completely and say copy, right click and copy, and then close that file. Now you come to the terminal, EC2 instance terminal.
Harish, can you just ping me the text again? I will copy.
Yeah, sure. I'll just ping 1 second. So here you go. Here you go. Yeah, you can copy in a notepad. From notepad you can take it. I pinged in the group chat. Well, I think I should have option for taking the file also. Let me check. See, that file itself has gone. I don't know. check that file itself. Maybe you can open in a notepad, so that should be good. You can directly save that file.
Okay, Harish. So sorry, you
No problem.
given the content.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I do?
So all of you, let everyone get the content. So everyone copied the content in the clipboard. You should have the content in the clipboard. Copy it, keep it in the clipboard. All of you got it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now you should be in this directory. Don't select anything. If you select anything else, so the content will go from the clipboard, because on this terminal, just selection means copying. If you select anything, say like you select cd command and just do a right click, you see it will be pasted. So if you just select it, this will be copied in the clipboard, and when you do a right click, it will be pasted. So be careful with this terminal. If you select everything and then right click, no, all this will run as a command only on the command prompt. So you should be very careful on the terminal. When you select something and right click, it will run as a command. Say like you just select cd, for example, and run as a like this, right click, and then you just do that. So what will happen? Current directory will change. You will go to root directory only. So now where we should be? We should be in the where www.html directory, right? So here what we have to do, just type vi in where www.html directory, right? When you say pwd, it should show where www.html. There you have to say vi index.html.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
So that index.html should be on the desktop, is it? Or,
No, that index.html just I shared for reference purpose. Let it be anywhere. You just copy the content in the clipboard. Say like you just do right click and copy the data. We just have to paste the data here. That's it.
okay.
Just copy, keep it copied, and then on the terminal, inside that where www.html directory, you are when you do pwd, you are in where www.html, right? Prashant?
Yes.
So you are in that, when you say pwd on the command line, what does it show?
Yeah, I'm in that where www.html directory.
Correct. So now Pradeep, what you do, vi index.html and press enter.
Vi.
Vi space
Okay.
index.html, all in small.
Okay.
And press enter.
Okay. New file.
Yeah. So new file came, right? In the bottom, it's written as index.html new file. Now you just have to press I button in the keyboard. Just press I button. As soon as you press I button, in the bottom of the file, you will see insert is written in capital letters.
Yes.
Now you right click your mouse button. What do you see?
Yeah. Copied from the notepad.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone, please do this and then please let me know.
Yeah,
Don't
done.
press anything after that.
It's done.
Can you please repeat?
Yeah.
How do I copy from the keyboard?
So what we did was we did vi index.html. Till this you have done.
Yeah.
Now you press I button on the keyboard.
Okay, I character. Okay.
Then you have insert. It will show you as insert here. When you pressed
okay.
I key below 8.
Yeah.
So when you press I, right? So in your VI editor, in the bottom, it will show insert written in capital.
Okay.
You see my screen?
Yeah.
So like this came.
Yes, I pressed the insert button. Then it came.
Oh, you press the insert button.
Yeah, I've got insert button on my system now, so I pressed that.
Okay, now is it written as insert?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now you just do a right click.
Okay, copied.
Copied, right? Now you do escape. Just press escape.
Okay.
Now that whatever was written in the bottom has gone. Now after escape, you press colon. With shift, you have to press colon. Colon should be visible here at the bottom.
Shift colon. Huh?
Yeah, with shift, you should press colon. Then only this colon will come, double dot.
Correct. Colon is accessible through shift.
Colon, then W, and then Q.
Okay.
W, small q, no
Right.
capital. Now you press enter, and then it will take you back to the command prompt. And there, if you say cat and index.html, it will show you the file content. You see? Everyone, please do a cat.
Yes.
And you see this content is there in the file. It's
Yes.
showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
please confirm. So far, everything is correct for everyone.
Yeah. Correct.
Sridevi?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So now this is our index.html. So now can you relate? So what we had done in our bucket, we had tested the index.html. Similar to that, we have kept this index.html in this document root directory, which is where www.html, right? This is the directory. So in this directory, so this directory is used by the Apache configuration file. It is mentioned. This directory name is mentioned that index.html will be there in this directory. So from here, it will pick that information, right? So now just restart this service, whatever systemctl you had done, remember? So just restart that service.
Just a minute, my system will just switch off.
Sure, please take your time. So others, meanwhile, you please just when you were doing start or status, there you just change it to restart. Systemctl restart http://service. Just when you click on restart, nothing output will come. Then you can see the status. So just be here while Prashant fixes the problem. Okay, so we have restarted the service and it says active and running. Okay. So, yeah.
One second.
Yeah.
Harish, system CTL, right?
Correct. Yeah. You can use tab. You can use tab. You just type system C and then you just press tab. It will come. So, Prashant, what's happening with the system?
Yeah, it's come back now. So I should type a system CTL.
Yeah. Perfect. So you just type systemctl restart http://service. How you were doing status, right?
Yeah.
In that place of status, you just put restart. Or you have a start command you had used before that, you just put restart, it will happen. Right? So now we have to do systemctl restart http://service. That Apache service will be restarted. So we have put the content there. What we will do, we will use some local command, that is something called curl command, right? So curl command,
For me, nothing displayed.
nothing
Harish?
will be displayed when you run. See,
Yeah.
by default, what happens? This Unix operating system, Linux operating system, all these operating systems are not chatty. It's not chatty. So if you just run something, simply if it doesn't, it is configured to do something. It is not configured to say something. It will not say anything. So if it doesn't say anything, that means all is well. If it says something, then there is a problem. Okay. So some command, when you try to mount a file system, simply it will accept that file system. When you say like mount -a, you said nothing happened, but you had seen that the file system which was not mounted, that got mounted, and then we could access it. So no output will come, means all is good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If there is error, output will come.
Okay.
So it tries to speak less as possible, the system, right? So
Okay.
now what we do here, so now you can see the status. By status we can confirm. So a status says active and running. That means your server is web server is running fine. So far everyone here, Prashant, restarted?
Yeah.
Service
Yes.
restarted? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now what we will do, so we have a curl command. So you want to see any command is there or not, so you can simply say which curl. So you see curl command is there, right? So this is the path. So curl command will work. So curl, right? With curl, we want to test whether our website is available, right, from the command line itself. So how we will check? So let me check that host name.
For me, it has reached to the lines as end.
Lines as end means?
Yeah, lines 1-19 end. After that, I could not show anything.
What is there on your terminal?
Yeah, that's what I just updated the status. Started seeing that. Then I come to lines 1-19/19 end. You want me to
You
share my
didn't get
screen?
this command prompt?
No, actually, I run that command, status command. After that, yeah, it is saying active running.
Just press enter 2-3 times. Press enter.
Nothing happens. Actually, the lines, it says end. You want me to share?
Yeah, but just like you click on terminal again. Clicked.
Yeah, nothing happens, Harish.
Okay, so in the terminal, this command line is not there, right?
No.
It is somewhere else, correct?
Yes,
Do
yeah.
one thing, just to try Control C. Working?
Yeah, now it's coming.
It came out, right? You got the terminal back?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So see, one single quote or something if you put at the end of the command, or something which is beginning and not ending. So this situation will come. So to come out of that situation, you can simply say Control C. Okay?
Okay, okay.
So you got the command line back. Now you just try this command one more time, but just see this command should be exactly like this.
Yeah.
With two spaces in between, right? Did you do any mistake in that command? You had any single quote?
It showed me the status, but I don't know what went wrong.
Okay, no problem. So up arrow you try, up arrow.
Okay, up arrow.
Up arrow you do, what is the command it is showing? Systemctl?
Yeah, systemctl status.
And then?
HTTP service. HTTP d.service.
Okay, now you press enter one more time. Now you see whether you are getting the command line.
Yeah, correct.
It's coming back, right?
Right.
Perfect, perfect. So now what we do is we'll use curl command to test. Just run host name. Enter. Let me see if this curl command is working here. Okay. So I ran curl -v, then the IP address, host name. So it says connected to this IP port number 80. See, it's connected here. Now it's accepted and it's giving me 200. Okay. So this 200 code is for everything is well, right? With respect to web services, right? So it's showing me the content and everything is good. It's connected to host, right? So this is good. So this is saying connected. So I have just tested from the command line whether my website will work or not, right? So what we should do, we should try to test our website, right? But you also have to understand about the, remember about the security rules, right? So what you do, you just go here to the services EC2. All of you just come back to running instances in EC2 dashboard and just see your no public DNS name is there, right? Right. So what is your expectation when you just try this FQDN, this name, your website should be visible, right? That is what is your expectation, correct? Do you think it will work? Say like, if I just say here, this path, if I give EC2 this, do you think this will work? And if you think it doesn't, it will not, then what may be the reason? You remember we had chosen some security group there, what we had allowed? Just recall.
Linux instance.
Correct. What we had given the inbound rule? What did we allow?
Only SSH.
Correct. Correct. So we only allowed port number 22 for doing SSH from our machine to the EC2 instance. Did we allow port number 80 for everyone? No, right? So we did not allow everyone to browse our website. How they can access it, right? So if it works, then there is something wrong. It should not work. So I just click enter, and I'm trying to browse this website. Let's see what error it throws. But it's not going to work for sure because I have not allowed, and then I should have some trust on that security group inbound rules that I have created, right? So it should not work. All of you can try. Just take the public name from EC2 instance. You'll find it here. Public DNS. Just take this and just try like this. See what it says. Connection has timed out. The server is taking too long to respond. The site could be temporarily unavailable. If you are unable to load any pages, your computer network is protected by a firewall or proxy. You see? Complaining, right? So it's not accessible, right? So now what? Who can guide me? Somebody needs to guide me. What I should do, right? You know it. Please guide. One of you.
So we have to try to host it from putty.
No, Subhaya. See, what is the problem here?
You can put the port name 22 somewhere in the URL.
No, Prashant. That port number 22 is only for SSH service. See, when you went here, what we saw when you checked the status of your web service, right? How did you check? Systemctl status httpd dot service. What did it say? See here. Somewhere you will see that port number 80, sorry. When you ran this Apache, right?
Yeah, it says port number 80.
It says port number 80, right?
Yeah.
So it's running on port number 80. When we try to connect to it, it's like on port number 80, right? So if it is on port number 80, how it will be accessible on port number 20? So each and every services will be running on a particular port. right? Say like NFS was running on where? Which port? 2049? Remember, you can recall? So NFS would be running on some other. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
My screen share gone?
yes.
Okay, something happened, I think. I'm not sure, but something happened and my screen share suddenly changed and it says now you are host. Okay, so fine. So now it says, so what we were seeing? So this is Apache server. It listens on port number 80. So what is the solution? Who can tell? You know it. See what we tried. No security group right today.
So in inbound rule,
Yes.
SSH was allowed.
Correct.
So similarly, port 80 also should be configured.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Perfect, Subhaya.
Yeah.
So we for our Linux security group, right? So where is the security group? We'll go there and we'll see. You see here security group. So in the security group, right, we had Linux security group, this Linux SG, right? So in that we had port number 22 allowed. So port number 22 is allowed for my SSH inbound. So here there should be port 80 also allowed. So all of you please come to this security group. So from where you can access, you have multiple options. If you are on EC2 dashboard, if you are here, you are watching your properties of the EC2 instance, then you have option here security group and you have that security group name mentioned here. So you can be sure that what is your security group, whatever is this one, this is your security group. So you can be sure, you can simply choose from here, you just click on it. So you will simply, it will take you to Linux-SG, it will be selected, right? And then you can just look at it here, right? So it says Linux-SG, right? Inbound rule, outbound rule. So click on inbound rule and then you click on edit inbound rules. Making sense?
Yes.
So what should I do? I should add a rule, right, Subhaya? So here, what is the rule? So I have to allow port 80. So
Yes.
port 80, let me try if something like HTTP or something is coming, I will just see HTTP. Yeah. So you see, I chose HTTP, right? And it says port number 80. And then source is something like anywhere I will choose, right? So I want to allow entire world, right, to browse my website, right? So for that reason, what I am doing, I am allowing it from anywhere, right? I'm allowing from anywhere. Okay, that okay? I'm giving this access to everyone. So what I'm doing here, just giving to everyone and just saving the rule, right? So saved. Inbound security rules successfully modified. Now I'll go to this page and I'll just press enter and you see the difference. It works.
Yes.
Yeah, works.
So you understood the concept of security group.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to be very careful about the security groups, what we are allowing, what we are not allowing. If we don't allow, then it will not work. If we allow too much, then it will be for accessible by everyone. So you have to be careful. So this is how we configure our own website on EC2 instance. All of you please done your websites and then check it and then let me know that you have done it.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, working, Harish.
Okay, perfect. So working for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so shall we move to next topic?
Sure.
Harish, this SSH is only for putty, right? From there, then.
Correct, correct. SSH is for that connecting to the command line.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we added now is from the website.
And port number 80 is for
HTTP.
HTTP. Correct. So this service, Apache service, HTTPD service is running on port number 80. Right? So we have to allow port number 80. So we allowed port number 80, and now you see this website started running. Okay. So now what is the next topic? See that we already tested, right?
Yes, Harish. It's working.
Okay, perfect. So now host your website inside EC2. So we have hosted our website. Next topic is to create a snapshot, right? Then to create an AMI. So we'll quickly look at this. Right? So how to create a snapshot. So now that I have given this permission, right? So what I will do, I'll just go and take back this access, right? Edit inbound rules, and I had given this HTTP, right? So I'll delete that HTTP. Maybe what I will do is I'll just allow HTTP from my IP only. Okay, my website.
You want to change it now?
My website, my access. Okay, so what I'm doing is, it's my website, right? So I'm not allowing anybody. So what I did, I have changed it. I have deleted that rules for anywhere or everywhere, right? So I have removed anywhere. I have just given to my IP. That's it. Okay.
So we'll do the change now.
Yeah, you can change that, because see, anybody can see this 80 port, they cannot do much. However, we should not allow anybody to access our website because we don't have much security rules and regulations, right? So if they try to do some DDoS attack or some kind of attack on our website, so it may not be our EC2 instance, will utilize much CPU resources, right? So that will go beyond the limit. So why should we give open access for our website, right? When we don't have any much security mechanism there to prevent some attacks or something. So what we do, we simply allow to my IP, that's it. So I just allow to my IP address only. Only I can open the website. Nobody else can open my website. Right? So I just changed that HTTP rule I deleted, and I just changed it to my website. Right? So maybe this also everything I'll remove later. For now, I'm just keeping like this. I just save rule. Right? So now I have that modified. Okay. So the next is to create a snapshot. I'll just show you where to. So you have the instance running here, right? All of you? Right. So you want to create a snapshot. So we discussed about snapshot, right? So before we take a snapshot, we should pause the disk write operation, right? Otherwise, there may be file system related errors. So where we have option, see like volume is there, right? Correct? So you have volumes, correct? You want to take snapshot for a particular volume. So what will you do? Select this volume you want to take a snapshot, right? So you just select that volume, you go to action, And you can say create snapshot. Easy?
Yeah.
So you just choose the volume. You have 1 GB volume, right? So go to volume, just choose that volume, go to action, simply say create snapshot, right? You can simply say 1G snap 1. I just name it like that. And I'm just putting some tag here. I'm just giving some name. Give some name here and then just make it 1G snap 1. Please do this. You found it?
Yeah.
Okay, so inside the volume, you have option to create snapshot under action menu, right? So you just choose this description, you give something, just create one tag and simply say create snapshot. And that's it. Snapshot request succeeded. You just click on close and just look at it where it will be under snapshot. You see one snapshot has come. All of you got? Right?
Yes.
Right? Now,
Yes.
this snapshot is selected. Click on action and you see here create volume option is there. So just try to understand. We went to volume. In that volume, we chose the ABS volume. We clicked on create snapshot and it created a snapshot. Right? Now that snapshot came here. Right? 1G snap 1 we created. It is kept here. Now if I go to action menu by selecting that snapshot, it gives me option of creating volume. I click on create volume and then it gives me option of volume type. I can choose volume type. I can increase the size, whatever. I can put it in some different availability zone or whatever availability zone my EC2 instance is running. My EC2 instance is running 2B, so I'll choose 2B, right? And then I will choose whatever options. I can give some tag, right? Getting my point?
Yes.
So what
Yes.
we are doing here, this is, I'll just do it. You can just watch it. So it should be fine. So here it is like 1G snap 1 volume. So I'm creating this volume from that 1G snap 1 again. I say create volume. I say close, right? And if I go to volume, you see now this volume has been created. So what I did initially, I chose volume and created snapshot. Then I went to snapshot, chose snapshot, created a volume, right? And then that volume got created in 2B and it is available, right? And if I select this and if I go to action, you have option to attach the volume. I can simply say attach the volume to which instance. It's giving me the choice of that it is running as STF and I say attach, right? When I say attach, right? So it's trying to attach. It was blue and it was shown as available. Now it is shown in use and it became green, this 1G snap. So earlier, whatever we had, if you just do disk hyphen L, right? So you will see initially I had XVDA under that 2 partitions, then I had XVDB. Now you see additional thing has come, 1 GB and one more 1 GB. You see this? Correct? Anyone? Please confirm if I'm audible.
Yes.
So you saw another disk, one 10 GB disk was there, another 1 GB disk, one more 1 GB disk has come. Because initially we created, then we chose 10 GB and 1 GB. Now we attached one more. So that came as XVDF, that another 1 GB volume has been attached to our instance, right? So here now we have one 10 GB and two 1 GB EBS volume, right? And it says when it was created, this both were created at 11:38. This is created at 1:54, right? It's giving all the timestamp and all those details. So this is to understand the process from snapshot to volume, from volume to snapshot. It can be a rotation, right? So you create, you take a backup, you keep it safely. When in case of any issue, you restore from it, you attach to this instance or any other instance wherever you wish, right? So there is a process, right? Making sense? Useful?
Yes.
Creating snapshot, you understood completely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were asking about lifecycle manager, right? So let me explain here, take that opportunity here. Just I will give a demonstration, right? So for snapshot lifecycle policy, just where did I go? In this EBS itself, you have volume, you have snapshot, and you have lifecycle manager. So I went to lifecycle manager. I was in volume, right? Then I was in snapshot, right? So you have a snapshot, then I came to lifecycle manager. So here you have create snapshot lifecycle policy. You see this option, you can just give some option here, right? So okay, lifecycle EBS hyphen lifecycle one, something name I'll description I'll give. Say like I'm choosing here resource type as volume, target with this tags. This policy will be applied to EBS volume with any of the following tags. So I was telling the importance of the tag, right? So here you have only choice with the tags itself, nothing else. So now with volume, you have to choose the tag, the name tag. It's asking for the volume, right? That value of the tag. So we have to choose the volume. So I say 1G snap 1, right? Found it. So this is useful, that tag, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So we have chosen this tag, and right, and then for lifecycle policy tag, if you wish, you can put, then you can choose policy schedule. You want to schedule it, default schedule, you can name it. You want this to happen every week. You want it to happen on Sunday, right? At 1 o'clock UTC. You want to retain the count, right? So you want say like 10 copies, right? So 10 previous count of the snapshot will be taken. It will be taken on a weekly basis. So this is just schedule. You can create a default role, or you can choose another role. So let it be by default. You can do some tagging information, you can put some fast snapshot restore is there. So what happens here, it will be chargeable if you enable this. So when you try to restore for the first time, so that time what will happen, your snapshot will be initialized, it will be ready to be restored quickly, so it will be very fast. However, you have additional charges for that. Cross region copy, if you want, again additional charges will be there. It will be copied to additional regions, right? So you can just add some, enable some policy, or you can just disable the policy, right? Disable policy will not create or delete the snapshot. So I'm just creating with the disabled one, right? So I am not creating with the enabled one. So you just take a look. So you understood where the option is, because you asked today that can we automate it? Yes, you can automate it, right? So in the snapshot, you have snapshot in lifecycle manager. You see this policy has been created. It is disabled, right? You can go and enable it, modify snapshot lifecycle policy, and you can enable that, right? So as of now it is, and you can just modify whatever things are there. Accordingly, you can choose. So you got the option where to choose. It will be policy summary. This policy will create a snapshot of all tagged volumes every Sunday starting 1 UTC. A maximum of 10 snapshots will be retained of a target volume. So this all will happen automatically. A role has been created, IAM role has been created to do that job on your behalf. You don't have to take care of snapshot on your own, right? So it will happen automatically, right? So I think we are good for the day, right? So we can discuss further in our next session, right? Related to snapshot. You please go ahead and do some hands-on throughout the week whenever you get a chance. So please try creating, deleting, doing some volume, some kind of snapshot, some kind of experimentation, right? EC2 instance, you can keep it in a stopped state, right? So just EC2 dashboard, you please go, all of you, right? So you are connected here, you can keep it safe. I'll be showing you a couple of more things here, right? So if the system may be needed, so what you can do, you can just keep this one. You just disconnect, do Control D, and it will disconnect the terminal. Disconnected for everyone?
It's running, no? So I need to.
No, from the putty. Just do Control D on the putty or exit, type exit.
Okay, just exited from putty.
Yeah. So all of you, please exit from putty. Select your instance. Go to action. Choose instance state to stop. Okay. If you want to continue to test, you can keep it running, but at a later point of time, right, you can shut it down, right? So this is just to ensure that your hours are not wasted, right? So if you want to continue to test after say like half an hour, 1 hour again, so you can keep it running as well, not an issue, or you can stop it, you can start again later, not an issue. So you can simply choose instance state and you can say stop. So stop. I'm just stopping this, right? So once this stops, meanwhile I will remove this lifecycle policy, right? So what I will do here, delete snapshot lifecycle policy. You have option for modifying also. You see, you can do modifications, whatever modifications you want to do, you can modify, you can enable it, right? So you have option to modify and enable it, right? So now you just try create in a disable mode or maybe enable mode or something, but delete it. Don't keep for long, because if you are putting some rules, so it will start taking the snapshot and putting in S3, right? So you'll be charged if it goes beyond 30 GB, right? So better just delete this lifecycle policy. So I'm just deleting it. So you have an idea about volume snapshot and this, right? So I have this snapshot. So it's 1 GB thing. So still I will delete it. Again I will create if needed, right? So volumes, I have some additional volumes or something is there. So what we will do for now, we will just choose this volume. I will delete it. So you have option to detach. So volumes you cannot delete directly, right? So you have to detach it. So just I will detach this volume. I will say detach. So once it is detached, it will show in blue color as available to be attached to any other instance. Another volume also we can detach. So let's see when it comes. See, this came as blue and available, right? So this another volume is still in use. So I'll say detach. So you can attach, you can detach, and then you can delete. So the another volume also is available, right? 2 volumes that we had created is available. So what we will do here, we will delete this volume, right? So some cleanup is necessary. So meanwhile, this volume RHL1. So this also I'll delete. So this also I'll delete. So again, what we will do next time, I'll just tell you by adding some external volumes from here. We'll create some additional volume. Then I'll be showing you further concepts, right? So meanwhile, whatever we have discussed, right, please go through it and please try to revise and try to do some hands-on on your own, right? So that will give you just keep everything whatever we are discussing, just keep all those things in your memory before the next session, because then it will be easy for you to relate, because 1 week time is quite almost 5 days gap will be there. So if you do not revise, right, so it may be difficult again to pick from this place. So whatever we have discussed, whether it is snapshot or it is related to some AMI, we'll be doing some hands-on with respect to AMI in our next session. So we'll create AMI, we'll attach EBS volume externally again. Again, we'll go and create one EBS volume, and again we'll try to attach it. Then we'll go to the server. In the server, you have seen like XBDF and all. We'll do a partition, right? We will connect to it. We'll write file in that, right? We'll go to that extent in our hands-on, right? Now, then this one we have done, mount of EFS and create elastic API. So this is left, we'll be doing in the next session, and then attaching this EBS volume externally we'll do next time, and then we'll do create an EMI concept, right? So apart from that, we'll be discussing on few more topics with respect to this. So it will take some few more, maybe have another half an hour or something to finish this module, right? Then we will proceed to the next module, right? So all of you are comfortable, right, with this session?
Yes, Harish.
Okay.
Should we also delete the volume which we created? Or I mean, detach?
Yeah, you can detach and you can delete these 1 GB volumes, right? You can keep this root volume, right? So this will be 10 GB, that's it. So you can delete that, that those will not be useful, right? And again, if you wish, you can play around with Snapshot or something, right? And again, you will get some creation. So just at all point of time, just consider it should not exceed 30 GB.
Okay. Now what I did, I have that the 10 GB have just detached.
10 GB you have detached. So 10 GB you please do not detach. 10 GB you attach.
Okay, that is attached. Okay.
Yeah.
So while I'm attaching, it is asking for instance and device.
Correct. You choose that RHL instance.
Right. So device. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. It become in use now.
Perfect. Perfect. So
Okay. One more is
just,
there. That is 1 GB. That is can be detached, right?
yeah, you can detach that. You can detach. You can delete.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So
Yes.
so we are good, and my instance should be stopped. You see, my instance is stopped, right? So main thing is to stop the instance and to keep your volumes less than 30 GB. Okay, so we're good for today.
Okay.
Any questions? Any quick question from anyone?
No, Harish. So this recordings, if it is there, I think I will just.
Yeah, please check. Yeah. So
Then
please check with Devashish. So it should be available.
Okay. So yesterday you were going through on the S3 and then the starting of the EC2, right? And then today I think we have covered all those EC2 main topics, right?
Correct. So what you can do is you can go through recordings, and for now what you can do, you can take a screenshot of this.
Okay.
Take a screenshot of this topics that we discussed.
Okay. Just a moment.
Yeah.